Aloha, everybody. I'm Mike Chock, and along with me is Manny Halican.
Hello?
This is the Mike and Manny show, and this is the first of its kind. So whatever is, yeah. So I just wanted to start this off, and what makes it unique is Manny and I are both builders and both members of the Ukulele Guild of Hawaii, and we thought it'd be kind of cool for instead of players together playing instruments, just builders talking story. And I thought maybe, Manny, you've been building a long time now. Maybe you can give us some background.
Yeah, I've been building about maybe 16, 18 years, give or take some time. Don't remember anymore.
Yeah, so that means
73
it's
years
long.
old. Kind of, the water all kind of dry up in the brain. So, yeah. And the cool thing about it is the guy who taught me was one of your students. Uh, I hung around him for maybe like about 3, 4, 5 years.
So that's got to be Takea.
Yeah. Norman Takea. And, what's really cool is I like going back and you learn every time you go back and different people you meet who take the class, although they're not builders or they're trying to be builders, but they all have something to offer.
Yeah, that's really true.
No matter if they built
Yeah.
anything or not, but they come up with these crazy ideas. So when I met this guy, husband and wife, Filipino guy, they took the class, and then he's an artist. He's a freehand artist, and he likes to draw birds, Hawaiian
Cool.
foliage, and he does all that Hawaiian stuff, Hawaiian drawing. And he's a retired. He used to work for the police station, I think. And but then he came to the class, and we got good to be good friends. And then one day he comes to class and he has his inlay. He freehands the inlay, and then he puts his little things in. So I look at the inlay and I go, "What is that?" There's powdered glitter.
Yee.
I said, "What? What are you doing?" And and it looks awesome, man. It's a new material that I haven't seen anybody use before.
Yeah.
So a guy coming from no ukulele background and introducing this kind of stuff, and you learn a little bit from everybody that comes.
I think that's the beauty of actually teaching is you never know who you're going to get. And while you're teaching it, what really comes out is their own experience. That means you can get this guy who's good at cutting toenails, but he's the best toenail clipper in the world. You get to meet him, and pretty soon your nails get better too. So you just never know what you bring to the table. I tell my students that once you're into ukulele, the world around you becomes ukulele. So when you go into long drugs and you're going to buy Clorox for your wife, when you're checking out the Clorox, you're looking at, whoa, Tide get different colors than oxymoron or whatever it would be. And you're looking at it and you're thinking, gee, the colors for that Tide box, that would be kind of cool on a inlay design or whatever. So whatever you look at, it becomes
Yeah.
part of stuff
Yeah.
you want to put in. And I know for you, especially in the mind of Manny Halican, there's some strange synapses popping along in there, and then you can tell by the results of the ukulele, and that's what I enjoy because you think outside the box. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the normal is to me a little bit junk. So I do things where challenge my brain a little bit, and I like the fact that when people look at him, they gotta kind of think about how he
How
got
he did
there.
'em.
Yeah, how he got there, and that's the fun part.
Right.
I mean, I know eventually you get there. It's not a big secret. You study him long enough, you figure it out.
But see, the idea of that is not as it's generous, because what really happens is that the ukulele guild, and this is one of the biggest factors that is in existence, is it's a sharing thing. And so if you want to see these funny side ports, you can go ask. And I think Manny and I have the same mindset, is that if you like, no, I tell you, there's nothing secret about it, because we both know that whatever I explained, you still got to do them. And before you can pull it off successfully, you got to try and do it. And good luck with that. But we will help, and that's how we can get our craft promoted further. We always talk about the level being raised. Well, you build off the giant shoulders of others, and that's just life in general, and that's always what will happen. And if you join the guild, that's one of the biggest benefits, because it's not only players, it's builders, and the rarer ones, because Manny hit that in a earlier segment, builders that can also play, builder players, and they're very less of that around than builders who build, because I found the same thing in my classes. 80, 90%, they like learn how to build, but they've never even touched an ukulele before.
Yeah.
They just think of something, oh, it's kind of a cool project, I guess you can, I can, and they want to make it, and they're not necessarily players. So that's pretty interesting.
Yeah. So I learned from Norman, your student, who he learned from you, and I learned from Norman. But you were pretty much self-taught in the beginning, but you had teachers.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Can you mention a few of them?
Well, my teachers that go back are really guitar teachers, and they're awesome. So it would be remiss for me not to mention them. My first teacher would be Richard Schneider, and he is deceased now, but world class, and he got me into the kasha design. So my first class in the early 90s was the Richard Schneider's Lost Mountain seminar on how to do the kasha bracing. My second teacher would have been Sergey de Jong. And then Sergey, he's pretty cool, because he's just a world-class builder out in Canada somewhere. He was really poor, but very humble. He's in publications, but all his publications and stuff is just stuffed in a box somewhere. He never showed it. But in retrospect now, with the new builders, and a good example would be your good friend Joji Yoshida. When Joji came around and you saw him at the, I guess, ukulele picnic years back, we never realized how great of a builder this boy is, But what we have in common is that he apprenticed under de Jong. And when we went last year to the Tokyo Handicraft fair or show representing the Ukulele Guild, I got to meet about 7 or 8 Japanese builders and one Pake guy from Taiwan, who are all former students of Sergey de Jong. They're in the 2000s, like 5-6 years ago. I go back like 20, so a little bit different. We weren't French polishing at the time. But yes, I do, like you say, most of my stuff is self-taught, and we all pick it up. But it would be nice to have teachers, and that's why it's good to share, because your learning curve is that much quicker, and you forget that these guys know so much, but everybody that can share really promotes the guild itself,
A funny thing, when the first class I took with Norman, my first question to him was, what kind of ukulele he built, or he teach us to build. And he said, tenor. I said, so what, the thing gonna sound good or what? Gonna sound like one box. And he got offended. But he taught me good. He's a good teacher.
When you look about it, when everybody comes to a class, they want to make sure that whatever they make is going to sound awesome, you know. And I keep telling them, hey guys, you know, there's certain things to an ukulele that you can't screw up. And if you get your scale accurate and all your fret spacing is perfect, everything is going to sound right. An A will be an A. Now, if you're talking about quality of sound, that's a whole different animal. Maybe your A not going to sound as good as somebody else's A, but damn it, it's still an A, and it's still an accurate A. So when in doubt, amplify. Yeah. So I think once you get across the point that there are certain things in a process that cannot be deviated from, that's set in stone. Everything comes out, and everybody's happy when it's finished. And I think you find that with your guys.
Yeah.
They finish one, they play it, and then you play it with them, and more happy, and they're on to their next one.
And they
you
like
know.
make some more.
There it is, and then no end, yeah. So I don't know. So I guess we can end this, and what I do is I'll put myself in the hot seat, and I'll let Manny cruise off with a song. We can end that, and then I'll kind of try and join and keep up with him.
Okay.
We shoot.
Au he avale oe kuleina ni Oi mai no ka ua lai